Welcome, Third Reich World War II collectors on YouTube. Another video today by Nazi Stuff in the Attic of some recently acquired items and one older item, the RAD cap, which we've had in this collection for many years. Today, collectors, I first want to focus on my latest World War II flagpole topper of the RAD, and that's the Reich's Labor Service of World War II. These are very hard to find, collectors, nowadays, in excellent shape. And I purchased this from the Ruptured Duck about a month and a half ago. He had quite a few flagpole toppers on his Thursday night update, and fortunately I was able to get this. And I almost had my hands on another one, but I didn't see the maker's mark. And I'm sorry, but I'm a textbook buyer of World War II German stuff nowadays. And if the item isn't perfect, then I don't want it. Today we're going to do a little cross-referencing with this flagpole top and talk about the two predominant makers of the RAD flagpole topper of World War II. They are a striking and very showy piece that can fit great into a collection. I'm building currently my flagpole top collection. As you guys can see, I want to fill in all of the blanks. And I have 4 more to do, 5 more slots. So I've got quite a ways to go. But, however, let's jump into this and talk about this flagpole topper. It's a rather big flagpole topper. I think it measures almost 13 inches from bottom to top. Now, there were 2 makers of these flagpole tops, one being Krossack and the other one being Krass, and Krass was a Berlin maker. Today, collectors, you're looking at the Krass model, and I'm also going to show pictures and talk about another one that I saw in another collection that if you're interested in this item, you may want to go check that channel out. Today, let's start with the base of this, where you'll find the markings. And here we have the PC marked bottom of the pole top. And if we turn it, collectors, we can see on this side, give you a close-up, is RAD, R-A-D, and note, it has a reversed L on the pole top. So let's flip the flagpole top up, because there's an important mark on here that sometimes we can miss. We can't miss that. And here it is right here, guys. If I can flip the pole top around, excuse me. Here we are. Berlin, Krass, and another stamp on top of that. Give you a little bit of more of a close-up. K-R-A-A-S. Berlin. I don't know if that is an S. A little bit hard to make out. But these pole tops were marked, collectors, in numerous spots. Pin back out. And those are the things you're going to want to look for when you're looking at flagpole tops. So if we go into the computer here and do a little bit of research really quick on this flagpole top maker, we can clearly see, we'll blow this up, here are the markings that I just showed you. Berlin, yes, S42. And here we have the Krass maker. A known original example, see the cross graining in the metal. Again, when you're looking at styles and makers, you want to see all of that, and you can clearly see the cross grain in the bottom. So a textbook piece. I concur with Bill Shea. Always double checking my items to what's on the computer. I'd like to also today show you the other model. And that's going to be, guys, the Cossack model. C-O-A-S-A-C-K, Cossack. Let's go into this real quick. Now, another well-known collector out there by the name of Kenneth Reese has this one in his collection. And it's great today. If you want to go see that example, the name of that site is Kenneth Reese, R-E-E-S-E. And you'll see he has this example. Again, we see the PC marked to the front side. And here we have the same thing. Gerber Cossack, Gish. Let's go back, excuse me. And again, the R, A, D, and the L is reversed to the other side. These markings are just how the manufacturer stamped these. Again, these are striking flagpole tops. They have great patina on them and very beautiful detail within the reef, as this one does as well. Let's give you a close-up. We can see that nice patina. I would classify this as a one-looker. But again, you always want to double-check on items. Even buying from the most reputable people, double-check your items, collectors. I can't say it enough, and I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but it is very important in this hobby. So let's go to our second item today. We'll slide this aside, and we'll talk about the Rad cap here, the side cap. I got this quite a few years ago from a friend that had a massive collection. Unfortunately, at that time, it came with the mothing. But this has never been messed with, guys. This is an unmessed with hat. Let me give you a very good close-up. And this was sewn wartime, not added, but you can see the mothing, unfortunately, to the front. It is what it is, guys. In this hobby, you're going to find things sometimes that have flaws in them. But originality far supersedes anything else. And that's why I decided to purchase it. Plus, I got it at a great deal. I want to show you the inside. Quick note, guys. Yes, I've been using these heads. Helps keep great shape of the cap. And I had another viewer tell me, oh, you can't do that. The styrofoam can react to the material of the cap, and he's quite right. So you probably say, well, why Nazi stuff in the attic do you have the cap still on the hat? I've added a caveat to this that somebody else showed me how to fix that problem. If I can show you today, you may like this idea. Just to protect your cap, get yourself a plastic bag that will cover the styrofoam. That way it can't off-gas into the cap and cause any discoloration. So I've done that to all of my hats, and it's a great idea. I'm very thankful of the viewer that gave me the idea to put the plastic onto the tops of the heads. Fantastic. We learn a lot here on YouTube, and very thankful for that. I want to take the hat off and show you guys a very well-marked Rad cap today. Let me put this back first. Yes, and look at this, guys. Look at all the markings that we have in here. We have a Frank handbracker, or I don't know. You guys can probably make out the maker of this better. Size 54 FO 1039. We have a name here written. Very hard to make that out. We have a 1939 date in the cap. Here it is, and you can clearly see how well it's made. Very decent cap here. These are the things you want to see. The various stampings for it to be an original hat, collectors. Hang that back up there today. So there you have it. There's a couple of my rad pieces. And again, do your research on them. There's some great channels out on YouTube. And a shout out to Kenneth Reese. Thank you for promoting my channel back again as well. And you can get over to his channel and you can see the other maker type as well. He has a great video on that. Archive his videos. Now on to the last item today, and this is really just recent. And I think I've outdone myself. Sometimes I do myself in this hobby, as we've all done. But I picked up a set of binoculars. Of course, the Ordnance tan binoculars. I want to talk about that for a second here, because I think we've gotten off of the truth about these binoculars. So many times I see on ads and different dealers, of course dealers and collectors, misclassify these types of binoculars as being Africa core. I have a truth here to tell all of you young collectors. There's a chance that they could have been in Africa, but highly unlikely. Ordnance tan, guys, was a very popular color used, especially in late war items. And these things were just spitting out of the factory. And at the end of the war, I mean, the same thing is so true with the canvas frogs that you see that, oh, those are Africa core, they're tan. Not necessarily. The Germans were using every bit of material they had at the end. There were no means to get new materials, and what I'm getting at is a lot of this stuff isn't Africa core. Was used probably during the war, but it doesn't denote it as being in Africa. They were issued everywhere. Just a little fact to know: don't be misguided that everything you see that's tan or khaki green, you know, it doesn't always make it tropical. But getting on now to this video, the thing that is astounding about this set and why I grabbed it, I got it out of Portland, Oregon. Something you don't see every day. These you see a lot of. They're very, very common, very nice to have a set. I have two sets. And here we have the Disenglass maker mark with the code DDX with the triangle. We have a great strap, neck piece, fantastic coloring, nice Bakelite eye cups. This was a worn set, guys. These were worn. They have those wear. You can see the wear through the paint where these were held a lot. So very, very nice piece. Let's get you an image of the front. These are, you know, highly desirable nowadays. These have gone up in value. But that's not the reason why I bought this whole thing. This is the reason why, collectors. And growing those eyes, to have that eye for the not so common, is the most important thing in this hobby, guys. Especially collecting camouflage things. As I'm showing you some of my camouflage helmets over the years, and I'm very particular. Very particular. I want to share this with you guys. This is a very rare thing to see here, and I'm going to back up what I'm saying by going in and doing some computer research. This is a camouflage case for these World War II binoculars, and these binoculars came in this case, all from a veteran's estate in Portland, Oregon. And I jumped right on this auction when I saw it. I picked up, I believe, this whole set for $150 just recently, and nobody knew. This is an actual pair of Normandy camouflaged binoculars in case, and I've seen 4 others of these 4 or 5 other examples. And I'm going to back up what I'm saying today. You can clearly see the green is very, very nice. Let's give you a close-up. Again, on the bottom as well. You can see these were worn as well. And I knew recently of another case that was being sold here at Lux Militaria. And we'll look at a little closer. You can see not as nice as the green camo on this one. Again, note the steel strap holders on this one. So I'm going to give you guys a bit of a shocker on this case, and it's only the case. This was advertised as a German camouflage binoculars case named to a Febble weld. Unfortunately, my case doesn't have a name in it, but this one did. Nice camouflage binocular case, French manufactured during the war for the occupation of the Wehrmacht and for military usage. In the ad here it says a 6x30 set of binoculars would have been in the case. A very nice application of field applied camouflage green paint. Paint is loose, but 70% on this case that they're selling. And it was named to a Febble weld on the bottom. And we'll look at the pictures real quickly here. Unfortunately, there aren't any pictures, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, there are. Here we go. Here we go. You can see same makeup as my case. And on the bottom, you can see the name of the Febble weld. So the end of this is a rare piece of field gear equipment that could have been worn by a member of the Feld Division, was found in Normandy. And we knew when I asked the person I bought this from in Oregon, they said their father was indeed in France. The shocker on this set, which I'm not surprised about these days with military collectibles, is they were asking $1,000 just for the case. So again, if you're a collector, you need to get that eye for the things that make things more valuable. And just the addition of a camouflage paint onto an item can make something far more desirable than you would think and valuable. Just a little tip for you younger guys that are always asking me, you have to develop that eye for things that become more desirable. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe. We're going to be doing a A-frame video next on the A-frame that was brought home by Edward Williams. I talked about in one of my last videos when I did some of my SS stuff. Please stay tuned for that. Thanks for signing up, guys. Again, great to see some of you old-timers that were on my old channel. I enjoy seeing the names again. I recognize a lot of you. And stay tuned for our next video. Thanks for watching.